What's going on, folks? UFC 266 Fight Day live chat with you guys for the next 60 minutes, taking all last minute questions, comments, and concerns for the card tonight. Very excited for the card. There's obviously a ton of good fights on it. Let me just pull up the card here real quick. Two title fights, obviously, right at the top. Volkanovski defending against Ortega, and Murphy challenging the 125-pound women's GOAT, Valentina Shevchenko. And then obviously the return of Nick Diaz. I really hope it's not a shit show of a fight. Hopefully it's an actual fight of the night contender where it's not sad afterwards, but we'll see how that goes. And then a ton of fun fights like pre-fight that could potentially turn into barn burners. Jalen Turner versus Ural Shmedic is one that I really have my eyes on, and I'm fully expecting the Ural Shmedic dick riders to be all over me if he goes out there and knocks out Jalen Turner. With that said, though, I'd still be happy because the fight doesn't go to decision is the main play that I'm looking at for this card. Um, Other good spots, obviously Hack Press and Hooker. That's going to be a great fight. Maraish versus Marab. This is Marab's like, I don't want to insult Cody's statement by calling Maraish his first real test, but Cody was a solid test. If anything, Cody could possibly end up being a more difficult opponent for Marab than Maraish will be, if you guys know what I mean, right? Maraish could probably gas very quickly here and then offer up almost no resistance. Whereas Cody, we know his gas tank was good and he was able to put up a good effort for 15 minutes. I don't know if we're going to see the same thing from Maraish here. I will say, though, if you are heavily invested in Marab Davalishvili tonight, it would not be a bad idea to hedge with Maraish plus 800 to win in round one or plus 900 just to be on the safe side. With that said, though, I do still think that Marab wins this fight. What was the fight the other week? Alessio Di Carico and Abdul Razak Al Hassan. I want to quickly pull up the odds there because the Al Hassan in round one was just a ridiculous price. Absolutely ridiculous price. That was worth a stab, even if you were picking D. Creco to win. Al Hassan in round one was plus 600, plus 700. Same number we're getting here on Maraish. And it's their only path to victory, right? Or seemingly their only path to victory in this fight. So definitely worth doing it. Again, I think just Marab is super hittable. That's my only issue there. Again, I do think he wins. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. Also, shout out to Nubian Bookstore. I know my guy Marcus is out there in Vegas right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch this live stream, but always repping the NB for my guy. It's funny because I have this New Balance shirt as well. So it's like New Balance, NB, Nubian Bookstore, NB. Yeah, I'm the NB man over here. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Actually, I'll quickly just start it off by saying my lock of the night play is the Jalen Turner and Urosh Medic fight does not go to decision. I have 4 units on that at minus 189, I believe the line is. And then I have 1 unit on hack pressed and hooker to go under 2.5, and that's at plus 102. So those are the two main plays. My lock of the night play was a toss up between that fight doesn't go to decision that I said and Volkanovski. So I'll have some untracked on Volkanovski as well. I do think he's a pretty good spot tonight. For some reason, I just feel like keeping the picks behind the Patreon for today, given the magnitude of the card. We'll see. All right. Let's see. Ryan Grant in the house saying good luck tonight, Lock. Much love. Much love to you as well. Appreciate the love as always. Big Bird in the house. Robot Chicken Wings always in the house. Appreciate you stopping by. African is in the house saying, all right, lads, let's get it. Yes, sir. Salutations to my man Payne Fight Picks over there as well. Big Bird, can we all agree? Parlay King. Yes, I'm done with that motherfucker. I'm not saying another word about him. Baldy Man MMA, good luck tonight, brother. Appreciate the content as always. I absolutely agree. And thank you. Good luck to you as well. Harmon Sarai in the chat. So pumped for this card. Yes, it should be a very fun one. Robot Chicken Wings saying Hooker took too much damage. Yes, I think he has damage goods at this point. That's why I'm taking the under 2.5. I think he could finish hack press, and I think the opposite as well. Pain fight picks, not confident on either side. Lawler of Diaz. So many questions about the fight, but I fake bet Lawler 2.5 weeks ago at -105, where he's currently -157. Yeah. A lot of love coming in on Lawler over the last couple days. Boob saying Rice sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if Marab KOs him. Again, it's been a long. I wanted to actually see the last time Marab has actually KO'd an opponent because this man is a decision machine. Let me pull this up. Last KO victory. Wow. Rafian Stotts, spinning back fist. If I'm not mistaken, that was on the contender series or looking for a fight. Yeah, spinning back fist in 15 seconds. And we see what Stotts is doing nowadays, right? Obviously picked up a big win over Magomedov last time around in Bellator. Okay. But that he has two knockout victories on his record. So if the knockout does come, it's potentially just through exhaustion for Moraes, which we obviously know is an issue for him. But yeah, I think it's going to be a decision. Robot Chicken Wings, you should have less confidence in Nick's refusing to cut weight. It could be a ploy. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to play 3D chess over here, use that extra weight, knowing he was going to come in heavy and try to just out clinch Lawler. But I don't think Diaz thinks that far about it. Rob doesn't care about finishing people. Yep. Finesse God, favorite DFS play. I did actually make a couple lineups for this card. Let me just pull up the salaries again real quick for you guys. Come on. MMA. So let's see here. I honestly think that Turner is a sneaky one at 7,800 because I think he's going to get the second round sub here. Obviously Volkanovski, very high on him there. Blades could be sneaky too, man. I know a lot of people are low on him because he got knocked out by Derek Lewis last time around, but he could make quick work of Rosenstrike here if he is successful with getting his takedowns. Yeah, those are I'd say those are like three of my favorite plays to be honest. Justin Villegas, what time you start? I thought 10. Damn, bro. No. I did start at 2 p.m. Fifth Ninja Turtle. All right. Robert Sella, any chance Team Diaz go 0-3 today? There is absolutely a chance. Well, Sano's definitely going to lose, in my opinion. Maximov, that's a pick 'em fight, so we'll see how that one goes. And then obviously Diaz, I don't know, man. I have zero confidence in that fight, to be honest. Die Hard MMA in the chat. Shout out to my guy Clint. I pulled the trigger on Roxy Lock. Pray for me. I see the angle. I'll say this. I'll see the angle. And honestly, out of all of the favorites that are on the card, or all of the big favorites that are on the card, she is my least confident out of all of them. But I still think Santos rolls, to be honest. Pay 5 picks. I max bet Turner Medic. Fight doesn't go to decision. -185. Thinking I beat the line movement. I believe it's even a better price tag currently. Yes. It's a great spot. It is a great spot. Um, Daniel is saying he parlayed Summelsberger, Dawkins, Dvalishvili, Andrade, Blades, Volkanovski. I think all of those win. Hopefully, nobody fucks that up for you there. Crash Bag saying Dawkins inside the distance, 5K on it, lock it up. I like it. Good luck, my brother. My guy DJ Low in the chat. Let's make some money. I hope so, brother. Marchenko in the chat, my man Luck. I don't have any confidence in any underdog for DK single entry. You like any bum? uh you kill me, Marchenko. Pierce, Calvillo, Moraes, Brundage. In order of confidence, again, I'm picking against all of them. I haven't picked one of those people to win, but in confidence, I'd say Pierce, Brundage, Calvillo, Moraes. So take from that as you may. Rexley in the chat saying Ben Peak is the GOAT. That's my guy right there. Boob, look at stats now. Exactly. Good day from Ottawa. Appreciate you stopping by, Fender. Royal Cortez, need Robbie to pull through tonight. Yeah, I think a lot of people are considering that line movement that we've been seeing. Big Bird PH, I have a gut feeling Moraes wins this one. The whole world is off him. Something about his demeanor yesterday looked focused and locked in. Yeah, for sure. Very talented when he's on, man. But this stretch he's been on, been very tough. Yeah, Pain Fikes picks is correct. The first two losses in Marab's career in the UFC, very sketchy. Boo Moraes has been very chinny in his last three losses. Yep, I agree. Freddie Freeballin is saying Lawler, Hooker, Maximov, all locks, easy money, three houses being bet. Good luck on that one. Lucas Vaughn, tonight is a tough card for betting. Yeah, I don't have too much on it. Like, again, I have my lock that I play, my dog that I play, and even in my like close to betting section that I put, I think I only put like two plays for the guys. Like, there's not too much that I feel uber confident about. A lot of it, I really just want to sit back and watch and enjoy, to be honest, and not have much investment in it. But I couldn't find many angles that I was a big fan of, other than obviously what my lock and night play is, and what Volkanovski, of course. Fender Jazz, I sprinkled Moraes inside the distance plus 475. I don't mind that. Lucas Vaughn saying live betting. Yeah, not a bad idea. Jake C, do you think Murphy can survive to a decision? Uh there's a possibility. Like, I think Shevchenko finishes the fight probably fourth round or so. Um, but man, she's tough. She is tough. I'll give her that. Clint is saying turn her by sub plus 900. I love that line. Robot Chicken Wings, Roxy could win Clint, especially if her takedowns are successful. Yep. Royal Cortez, Valentina via KO decision prop. I do like that. I do like that right there. Freddie Freeball in three of the first four fights will end inside the distance. I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Let me just pull up the card again here. I think Pierce Morales goes to a decision. I like Sano and Summonsberger inside the distance. Brundage Maximov could be inside the distance, and then Turner Medic, absolutely, I believe, to be inside the distance. So yeah, you are onto something there, Big Bird. Big Bird. Big parlay with Andrade, Val, Summonsberger. Would you hedge inside the distance on Calvillo or decision? I'd kind of be surprised if Calvillo finishes on Andrade, to be honest. I feel as though she'd need to win like a clinch fuck type of fight, or try to outpoint her on the feet. Um, I lean Calvillo decision more than I do inside the distance, to be honest. The African Nasrat is wildly overrated. One finish in the UFC, and unlike Michael Chandler, he doesn't cover distance well at all. Got fast hands, but I don't see him be able to get inside on Hooker. I disagree there. I do think he'll be able to get inside at certain points. And Hooker himself, quite hittable, man. It's not like he makes it difficult for his opponents to close that distance and actually find that chin of his. We'll have to see how it goes tonight. Again, I'm taking the under 2.5 in that fight, more so rather than actually betting Nasrat in that spot. Freddie Free balancing maybe all four. I'd be a little bit surprised if Morales and Pierce is a finish, to be honest. Freddie Free balling. If anybody is wondering, Clint is over at my house right now, drunk and showing me his wind chime collection on his phone. Sounds like something Clint would do. Shout out to you, Clint. Andrew D saying, any thoughts on Joshua and Usyk? I don't. Again, I'm not much of a boxing guy. I'll probably watch the fight given their name value, and I'm kind of surprised that fight's actually today. But yeah, uh, should be a fun fight. Dalton is saying, what up aside from the Medic fight? I hope all your picks hit and we can all make some money. Yes. Again, that Medic fight, I'm picking doesn't go to decision. That's all I'm picking. So I'm assuming if you're picking Medic, you think he's going to finish the fight as well. Big Bird PH, hear me out. What do we think about if fight doesn't go to the parlay on Volk fight? I'd be surprised if that one finishes as well. But we have been seeing this crazy, like, this crazy motivation or pissed offness from Volkanovski we've never seen before. So maybe uncorks a bomb like he did against Chad Mendes. But Turner fight, yes, I agree. Valentina fight, yes, I agree. She finishes that. And Dawkins fight. Plus 485 is not too bad. It's just the Volkanovski fight that gives me a little bit of jitters, to be honest. Daniel saying Murad Brown 3. That is absolutely possible. Socrates F. Lock, let's make some fucking money. I'm right there with you. Shout out to my guy, Nubian Bookstore. Again, always repping him. Hope he's having a great time down there in Vegas. He says, do you think John Jones will fight again in the UFC anytime soon? I don't think so. Do you think Jones will go down as one of the biggest MMA disappointments? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. He's trying to be the Michael Jordan of MMA. I absolutely agree. I feel as though he could have had that launching pad and possibly even more famous than Connor if he hadn't ever fucked up and actually went to heavyweight a lot earlier. Like if he stayed busy enough and actually cleared out the light heavyweight division and then made the decision to go up to heavyweight even sooner, I think he and held both titles. I think he could have had the chance to be the best, like and most marketable fighter out there. Like you would have seen him with Nike, like in commercials and all that shit. And you know, it's tough to sell the image that he has right now, but that talent is fucking insane. But yeah, I think we really missed out on one there. Boob saying thoughts on Calvillo's chances. Personally, I don't like them. I think Andrade kind of munches her down here. I think she nullifies the grappling of Calvillo. And even if Calvillo wants to go out there and throw volume, that is a possible chance of Calvillo winning. But I feel as though that we'll see Andrade land the more significant strikes. I don't know if Calvillo is good enough to pick, like, stick and move. She has decent striking, but I don't think it's at the level that she'll be able to avoid what Andrade is throwing out there, to be honest. So I like um I like Andrade here, to be honest. Justin Villegas Hooker, I like it. Sorry, you're literally picking the first three I'm picking up against: Hooker, Ortega, Rosenstrike, Valentino, Andrade, probably maybe Roxanne Sprinkle. You are a madman, but good luck, my man. Pain fight picks. Cynthia's best path to victory is grapple Andrade, but even then, I think Andrade outmuscles her. Yes, I absolutely agree there. Andrew Marchenko, after having Valentina and Dawkins, I got to have at least 3 dogs. And if Turner is a good dog, all others are sketchy as fuck. So I guess I'll take a shot at Calvillo. At least she is low owned. Yeah. If she does win, she could put up some good numbers. I will say that. Young Nasty saying Volk is easy money. I like that. I really think Hooker KO's Hot Cross is almost a lock. Well, that will be good for my under 2.5 bet then. Justin Villegas saying maybe a good DraftKings put would be Ortega and Volk on the same DraftKings 6-fight parlay. I don't know about that strategy, but good luck if you take it. Big Bird Peach saying, is it me or did Ortega look like he had a rough weight cut? I see that as well, but I don't think it's going to truly affect him inside the cage here. Freddie Freeball and Blade Santos Volk parlay. I like it. I like it. Santos slightly sketching me out over the last 24 hours or so, but I do think that she wins. Dalton, oh, never mind. Then I thought you had a bet on Turner. I have a bet on Manage, but I also have one on fight doesn't go to decision. So let's get it. Yeah, I was considering betting Turner, but I'm just it is his lack of striking defense at times that gives me some pause. And I do think that Medic could absolutely start him. Don't get me wrong. But if this fight does get pushed a little bit further, I do think that Turner will take over and find that submission at some point. But again, most of my money is on the fight doesn't go to decision in that fight. So good luck, my brother. Pain fight picks. John Jones, definitely a disappointment. Huge disappointment. Funny Vids is saying Murphy beats Valentina. Exactly the type of comment I would expect from our channel or username Funny Vids, but good luck. Freddie Freeball, and I named my little kitten after Roxanne Montefray because she's such a nice lady, not because I bet on her. You must really like Roxy. Gordon Momon in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the Patreon emails. Good luck, everybody. Frederick, appreciate you for supporting. Appreciate you supporting the Patreon there as well. Again, if you guys want to support your boy a little extra, $5 a month. Link is in the description below. Great Patreon, great Discord community that always keeps it lit. Very difficult for me to stay on top of what and everything those guys are saying, but they are keeping it lit down there. And then obviously all the other stuff, best bets and props article, prize picks tips. I put my breakdown videos up there first before I drop it to the public. And yeah, also today, since it is a pay-per-view day, this is another perk of the pay-per-view or of the Patreon. I put out a survey or like a poll, and I allow the Patreon members to vote on their four strongest bets for the night, and that's money line or over unders. And they vote on it, all of them, and then I put together a parlay with 5% of my take from Patreon. And then if that parlay hits, I send the winnings over to a random winner on the Patreon. So I call it the pay-per-view parlay for the patrons. So if you guys want to check that out, that's another way for me to try to give back to you guys as well. All right. NJ saying Diaz has an injured hand rumor. Haven't heard that. My guy Jazz Shergill in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my brother. Tom Rock, I live in Mississauga near Square One. Where about do you live in Brampton, Bromley City Center, Chinguzi? I don't know if I want to give out my exact coordinates, but yes, I am obviously in Brampton somewhere. Big Bird PH, I need to know your thoughts on Gianfullante versus Chris Barnett. That's the meme fight of the year. I honestly pre-tape, I would probably lean Chris Barnett. Again, fade Gianfullante at all costs. But I gotta watch some Chris Barnett first. Bet with the go. What's your most confident bet? I'm going with the fight doesn't go to decision for Turner and Medic. And very close second. It's like 1A and 1B. I put Volkanovski there as well, too. Those are my two most confident spots on the card. Dalton, how do you feel about the over-under on Lawler Diaz? Again, another fight that I don't really want to touch because of the unknowns we have there. But if you were putting a gun to my head and saying bet one spot in that fight, I'm taking the over 2.5. It's possibly super juiced at this point. My official prediction was picking Diaz in round 4. So I don't know if I would take the over 3.5 if that's what the total is at right now. But the over 2.5 is what I liked earlier. Freddie Freeball on you. I just saw $500 dog of the night challenge. I'm getting pretty tingly, boss. Slide in those DMs. I got about 3 or 4 people now that are actually interested in it, like actually interested in it. So I'm waiting to hear back from those other people that have told me in the past that they're down for something like that. But yes, please do slide in my Twitter DMs and we'll try to work something out. Dalton, yes, let's go. Josh goes saying under 2.5 turn to Medic, like it's Chev Murphy under 4.5. I like that too. Doc is under 1.5. I'd like the 2.5 there, but I do see it finishing in the first round. Roxanne Santos over 1.5. I like that. Nick and Cody under 2.5. No real big thoughts on that fight. Hooker Nazra under 2.5, like that. Blades Jarzino under 2.5. I like it. I will be doing my own totals parlay for you guys in just around 10 to the top of the hour. So stick around and I'll drop that for you guys. There's someone, Becky, in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Freddie Freeball, and tell me exactly where you live. Lock. I have a bouquet of flowers and a home invasion for you. I'm looking forward to that. Andrew Barchenko, Lock, who was your guest? I couldn't make it to the Friday's cast. I can't reveal the name yet because they are being rebooked for October. But next week, I do have to confirm with these two guests. But I do have some pretty good guys coming on for this coming weekends, this upcoming show for Santos and Walker. So stick around and you guys will find out about that soon enough. African saying problem with Hooker is he loves wars. Manages distance so well until he gets hit, then tries to fucking murder whoever's in front of him. First round versus Poirier, he was tooling him, then lost the plot. Yeah. I agree. After getting hit with a hook off the clinch, you can't be throwing bungalows now with your chin, being somewhat compromised, and it could possibly be getting worse. So we'll see how that happens. Bet with the go. Do you like K Dawkins? I'm assuming you mean Chris Dawkins tonight. I do think he wins tonight. Kyle Dawkins, I believe, fights next week against Kevin Holland. I still got to look into that fight. I don't even have a lean in that fight, to be honest. Thoughts on Joshua Usyk? Again, I'm not much of a boxing guy. I'll more than likely watch the fight. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not a boxing guy. I can't accurately cap that fight for you at all. Justin Villegas, I give everyone a free Lock Murphy round 1 KO. There you go. Dalton, I agree with the Volkanovski Barnett fight. I have a feeling Barnett will be a decent underdog and will have some real value. Exactly, right there with you. Gordon Moman, I've been fitting Jorgen de Castro, and it's been doing wonders for me. I don't know why he was always such a big favorite. Good guy, but Crazy number. Nick Maximov inside the distance at plus 200 calls out to me. Really impressed how he wrestled guys 60 pounds heavier than him on Dana White Contender Series and kept grinding pace. See him getting a sub. Brundage is much better than that guy. Even with that 60-pound advantage that guy had, Brundage is much, much better. I think we'll see a tough fight for Maximov. I do think Maximov wins, but no real urgency there to bet that fight. Marcus Henry, I want to throw $5 on every fight. Anyone got picks? Uh, just ask me. I'll tell you what you want. I'll quickly run down the card in terms of what my actual picks are and predictions are for every single fight. I got Morales by decision. I got Samuelsberger by knockout, Maximov by submission, Turner by submission, Santos by decision, Dawkins by knockout, Hackpress by knockout, Dvalishvili by submission, Andrade by decision, Blades by KO or submission, Diaz by late KO, Shevchenko late KO, and Volkanovski decision. There you go. Josh Shergill saying TCD by KO is not far fetched at all. Volk's better overall, but he's looking vulnerable, and the public is underrating Ortega's last performance. I am absolutely underrating his last performance. Fernando, what's going on, my brother? Locke, here's my main parlay thoughts. Taylor goes to decision. I agree. Andrade over 1.5. I like it. Lawler over 1.5. I like it. Valentina over 1.5. I like it. Volkanovski over 1.5. I like it. I wouldn't go super heavy. Again, if you're getting a decent enough payout, don't get too greedy, but I do like it. I do think it hits. Like there was what was the fight last week that was like lock going over 1.5? Goldie and Whitmire. Fucking Goldie pulls off a submission. I'm sure that fucked up a lot of people's parlays. And again, was it worth it? I don't know. Fed and Jazz, I played Canada Day Festival in Brampton in 2017. Anyway, my L word tonight is the turn fight until 2.5. I love how you say L word. Not trying to jinx yourself. I see it. Josh Trigger, hot take, sneaky dog of the night. Cynthia, I could see it again. I could see it, but I really like Andrade in the spot too. 14 leg parlay over a bunch of events. Doc is number 10. Good luck. Fiore got pushed. Yeah. I actually like Bueno Silva in that fight, and I think they're getting rebooked, so we'll see. Not forgetting Gianfullante is the worst fighter on the roster. He looks like a 50-year-old dad. Huggy Bear gang over here. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. Shout out to my guy, Nicholas West, for the $20 dono saying double D parlay of Dawkins and Dvalishvili plus 109. Not too bad of a line. Good luck on that, my brother. Young Nasty, Lauren Murphy with the upset. Good luck. Also, Marlon could sleep Marab. Yeah, that KO prop is sneaky. And even round one as well, I think is sneaky as well. More with less. Shamili is a decent dog position, in my opinion. Decent 3-round cardio, power, boxing, clinching movement, range control, and okay wrestling. Not as big as of a hitter, but he's going to challenge Dawkins. I think the only thing that Shamil will really or will give Dawkins trouble with is the grappling if he's successful in terms of closing the distance, getting his paws on him and dragging him to the ground. In terms of boxing, I think Dawkins is way better than him. Power, better than him. Cardio, up for debate. I would probably side with Shamil there. Movement, Dawkins. Range control, Dawkins. And then obviously wrestling is Shamil there. Yeah, I feel as though at 40 years old, not being as fast either. I think Dawkins is going to be much faster, especially with his hand speed. I think it's going to be trouble for Shamil here. Paying 5 picks, one you bet on Shamil earlier in the week. Also, he's never been put out cold when you TKO'd by ground and pound. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I think Dawkins is the truth. Or someone Becky Dawkins versus Abdur Rahimov over 1.5 at plus 200. That's a little sketchy to me, man. That'd be a very tough 1.5 rounds to get through. Strong lean on Morales versus JSP. You have a max bet on Morales. Not a strong lean, but I do think that Morales wins that fight. Apologies, guys. Marcus Henry, it's a long shot, but I just want to do a full fight parlay for $5 for fun. No props, just outright winners. Yeah, it's always fun doing that. It's kind of like a lottery ticket, right? Finesca, Dawkins, or Volkanovski for DK. I'd go with Volkanovski. Vegas, your number one concert you want to go to? I'm going to the weekend in February, if that counts. Freddie Freeball, and I love Lauren Murphy as a person, so yeah, she's my talk of the night. Good luck. Young Nasty JSP is going to mop the floor with that guy. Could happen. Lauren Murphy with the upset. Marcus Henry, I haven't had any time to study any of these fights. Been so busy this week. Goldie is so boxy because she sounds like a box. Hitman 3434 saying bet the house on Robbie. Good luck on that one. Jay Rich, you think Roxy will be able to take down Santos at will? Thinking about taking a stab at her. Maybe not at will, but maybe effectively enough that she could get a decision. It could happen. I'm not counting it out by any means. Which is why, again, I keep saying I think that Santos is my least confident big favorite on the card, but I still think she gets the decision victory there. Okay, Freddie Freeball, you're getting a little off the chains here from me, my brother. Dale Rycat saying I DM'd Goldie on OnlyFans before the fight and said she said if Whitmire takes her down, she's confident she could submit her, catch the hood to ticket, and tipped her nicely. Interesting. We have a Goldie OnlyFans fan here. Fernanda, my biggest concern about parlay is that after watching tape on Murphy, she's one of the worst fighters Valentina has faced. Striking is slow and sloppy and comes forward, which is a recipe to be finished by Valentina. Could be. I do think she's durable, though. I do think she can take a shot. How big of a shot? I'm not 100% sure. Cody Eberly, I'm betting heavy on Nick. How you feel about that? I think it's a little crazy. I'm not touching that fight. I am not touching that fight. Matthew Moore, if anyone can beat Blades, isn't Rosa Strike the perfect opponent? It could be, but I just don't think I don't think he'll find the target. I think we'll see a better Blades here where, he's a little bit more cautious. Or I'm not counting this possibility out where just right off the bat, as soon as the fight starts, he rushes him. Is very wary of obviously the uppercut that's coming his way, the knee that's probably coming his way. But if he just crowds him right away and just doesn't really give Rosa Strike much time to break into the fight or think, I think Blades could land a quick, easy takedown there. I'm not big on Rosa Strike here, but I think you'd be leaving a ton of money on the table if you take Rosa Strike straight up here. Even though he's at a decent plus number, I think if you take him by KO, that's the best way to bet him here because I'd be surprised if he wins by any other method, to be honest. Blades will be the minute winner, in my opinion. African Darkest scares the shit out of me. Watching him hit the wall and get finished by Azuno as a 230-pounder heavy was totally damning to my eyes. His win condition in UFC is going to be consistently be round one. I disagree. I feel as though we will see improvements in his cardio, especially with the transformation that we've been seeing from him. All the guy does now is bike and run, and like we see him slimmer and slimmer every single time. So I think we'll see his cardio positively affected by that. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully we get to see it tested tonight so we can get some answers. Marcus Henry, you the goat lock, love your channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate this, you doing that. I really don't think Brundage has a chance. What the fuck is this line? Can you help me? Again, that's probably the least confident fight that I have on the entire card, other than Lawler and Condit or Lawler and Diaz. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that fight. African saying OnlyFans research next level. I love it. Gas. I'm going to weekend in Fresno, April. Thought it was 2021 when restrictions started to open up. Yeah, it's actually next year for me too. In February, he's going to be up here in Toronto. Ryan J, Nick Diaz, baby, yes, let's go. Jordan Shipman saying, Lachlan, I am around if you want to shoot the shit on air after I couldn't make it last night. No worries, brother. It's all good. This stream is simply for the viewers here. This one I like to get into the chat a lot, so it'll be difficult to do that with the co-host. But I do appreciate you reaching out for sure. But we will line you up for a future episode as well. Billy Friedrich is saying, Locke, which fights beside Diaz Lawler do you think will have an impact for the fans? I think it was get the crowd going with Medic and Turner, man. I think that's going to be a firefight, to be honest. But then even Volkanovski Ortega, I think that's going to be fucking huge. Buckery personally see Blaze take him down with ease. Yes, I agree. Just got to avoid that big shot. Dalton, do you have a strong lean on Morales versus GSP? Morales, I think I already answered this, Dalton, but I like Morales there. Not a big lean, though. I got a Hail Mary parlay Morales, like it, Hooker. I'm on Nasrat, but good luck. Andrade, Lawler, Blades, Volk, all by decision for 10. Wow. Not bad. All by decision. Good luck, brother. Good luck. Maximov Wolf and up to minus 250, now minus 120. Yeah, I think that line was just way too wide. It should have been closer, maybe minus 140, minus 150 for Maximov, in my opinion. African is sad because I love Rosenstrike, but I think he's gonna get his head elbow through the canvas. Yeah. Good comparison here, Marab. If that dude ever learned how to ground and pound better, he would be unstoppable. But he's like a super energized Duran win. Yep, good comparison there. Ben saying Medic, Turner, Dakish, Shamia, Hooker, Nasrat, Marab, Marlin, Blades, Jorginho, Diaz, Lawler put 50 to win. 1234. Good luck to everyone. Um, what are you picking those fight to not go to decision? What's the play there? My Russian friend here is saying T City wins. Good luck on that. Urban Man of New Jersey, Oroch managed to win performance of the night. If he gets the knockout, like a lot of people think he's going to, I think it's absolutely a possibility. Absolutely. Ben saying all to not go to decision. Marab Marlin, I think could possibly go to a decision, but I like all these other ones. Good luck, brother. Dab's got me tweaking. Don't kill me. Cody Eberly is saying who's your lock of the night. I'm actually going with the Turner and Medic fight doesn't go to decision at minus 189. If it wasn't going to be that, it would have been Volkanovski. So one of those two, but I did end up going with that fight doesn't go to decision instead. My voice and throat is really fucking with me right now. So I apologize if you guys are hearing my voice go through all these different octaves and shit. Surprised to catch up with the chat here. Pink Five Picks was the dog of the night. I actually went with the under in the Hooker and Nasrat fight at plus 102. So very small underdog money there, but an underdog money shot nonetheless. Dalton, do you have any early thoughts on next week's main event between Walker and Tiago? Walker is currently plus 150. I lean Santos ever so slightly. I'm not sure why. But all I think I'm gonna do in that fight is probably just parlay the fight doesn't go to decision. That's a fight I'd be surprised if that goes a full 5 rounds. I know the fight doesn't go to decision is probably like minus 400 or some shit, but that's probably going to be the only thing I extract from that fight. But both guys, finishing capabilities, no strong lean on either side there. At least not before I run the tape. Cody Eberly, I'll run that. Good luck, brother. Hopefully that comes through. I have a sore throat as well. Yeah, special for MMA. If you would be the fighter, what would be your entrance song? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Thiago Santos inside the distance, put the absolute house on it. Oof. I am the lean is Thiago Santos very early here. Walker has a chin made of sawdust. Johnny round one easy. Interesting. Oh, Johnny round one easy hedge. I love your voice. I'm going to record one sleep to it. Let's go Pierce Morales inside the distance. Again, another intriguing spot there. I'd be surprised if that goes inside the distance. Nasrat, Medic, Christakis plus 1140. Good luck, man. Drew Bernstein, Biggie Boy getting underlooked at plus 25. Weird feeling he wins. Again, I'd rather just take the KO line on him. There's no way he's winning a decision, at least not in my opinion. So I think you'd be leaving a little bit of money on the table if you think he gets the knockout. But I think Blaze Rose here, man. Ursul Becky, Summelsberger versus Sano over 1.5 at plus 200. That one's a sketchy one to me too. I think that Summelsberger will get the knockout. Could come early, could come late. I'm staying away from the total on that one. Shub Card in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Nicholas Lee, what do you think of this parlay? Dvalishvili, Darkis, and Hack Pressed? I don't mind it. The Hack Press leg, obviously a little sketchy. I am picking him to win. The only bet that I actually have in that fight is the under. Again, I like the first two legs there. Dalton, I totally agree with the fight doesn't go to decision. I got to go, but brother, I appreciate your streams and you made a subscriber out of me. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Truly appreciate it on these fight day live chats. We're approaching that 100 live viewer mark. If you guys haven't already, please do hit that like and subscribe. Show your boys some love. And if you guys want to go that extra mile, the Patreon is obviously the best way to go about it. $5 a month. Link is in the description below. Best value on the market, if that's what you want to call it. Urban Men in New Jersey, Jersey versus Blaze is the sweatiest fight of the night. Yeah. I want none of that. Especially for MMA. What's your luckiest bet recently? Uh which fight do I feel like I got bailed out with? Because unlucky was clearly my fight doesn't go to decision last week on Jackson Bays with 4 fucking knockdowns in that fight. Let's see if there's one that stands out to me on my record here that I felt was lucky. Um, Phew, not many that I'd consider lucky, to be honest. Actually, Halim Paiva against Kyler Phillips. Cashed him at plus 220. Obviously, a lot of people thought Kyler Phillips deserved a 10-8 in his first round, uh, which I would agree with. With that said, I feel as though I was lucky to get that decision. Good question. Summelsberger, or sorry, African saying Summelsberger inside the distance, managed tarantula. Fight doesn't go to decision, probably plus 129. I like it. Feels free. Blake Hager saying money coming in on Calvillo. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Tournament edge not to go to the decision minus 200. I like it still. I still like it. And Knowledge 11 saying smoking a fat bowl in your honor, homie. Thank you for always helping us make money and the top level content. Thank you, brother. I truly appreciate it, honestly. African luckiest bet I can remember was O'Malley inside the distance. Herb saved the day. Yeah. Chris Moutinho. Yeah. I had a bet on Sabatini. Felt I was lucky. Also, Rosa. Sabatini against Emmers. And then Arosa. Again, I don't know how you would call those lucky. But, well, I guess you could call the Sabatini one lucky considering that Emmers decided to go for a heel hook battle. But the Arosa one was a clean win. Nicholas Lee saying for me, my luckiest UFC was Sterling winning when he won the belt. Yeah, that is absolutely lucky. Diaz by Kimura round 1. Fade NDA parlay. Wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly, but I am picking Maximov to win. Olajuwon Dream or Omar Morales from Medic from my last DraftKings fighter. I feel like Medic will probably score more if he wins. So, but I am picking Morales to win, and I'm picking Turner to win. So choose as you must. Landau, Buckley in the distance last week felt lucky to me after he jacked his leg up in round 3. Yeah. GC Afghanistan is not internationally recognized anymore. I think they want to like be safe in terms of not creating any more rift, not recognizing the Taliban or whatever. But again, for a guy who wants to rep his country, I think what is it? Benio Dariush, right? He does it with the Assyrian flag as well, if I'm not mistaken. Again, let the guy rep whatever the fuck the guy wants to rep. Alex Persu saying just watched TCD highlight video. Do we really not give him much of a chance to take the title? We don't. And that's exactly what you would expect somebody to say after they watch a highlight reel video of somebody. So don't let it get to you too much. If Calvillo beats Jessica, is she next up for Valentina? How can you say no, right? How can you say no, considering like she's fighting fucking Lauren Murphy at this point in time? I could see it. And Andrade is the number 1 contender, so or at least ranked number 1, I should say. Jazz Shergio saying sounds regular fight doesn't go to decision is chalky, but feel very good. To be honest, there's going to be a finish either way. I agree. Marchenko is saying, does Brundage have any sort of striking skills? Maximov definitely seems to have none. I think Brundage has a slight striking advantage there. I'd give him that. Fender Jazz saying, my first day of online MMA betting, I cashed on Dobson. True story. I'm assuming that was the Agapova fight. If so, that was some good shit. Spidia family saying, my unluckiest was when Herb didn't stop the fight with your boy versus Darren Stewart. Yeah, fuck. That's unlucky. Very big deal. Any chance Turner comes with Wesley Henry approach and lays on top of Medic for 3 rounds? Um, I think he'll be going for finishes though. I don't think he'll just look to grapple fuck. Like, and I do believe Medic has a bit of a cardio issue, as we've seen in that one fight that he did end up going into the second round. And if he's getting work from the top position by Turner, again, I feel like Turner actually works for finishes when he has guys on the ground. And with his newly crowned brown belt, I'm sure he's going to want to have to show that off. So I'd be surprised if he just looks to grapple fuck him for 15 minutes. I think he grapple fucks him into a submission. Ursul Mbeki Hawk Press kind of took over the Afghanistan hype after Siyar Bahadurzada left. The UFC never released Bahadurzada. Yeah, shout out to the Siyar Bahadurzada reference there. I really thought that he was going to be a big thing in the UFC before he came over, but man, it did not pan out for him. JC saying if Andrade wins tonight, what's next for Valentina? Tough, very tough. Let's just pull up the rankings real quick. I looked through it and I was surprised at the amount of people that Valentina actually hasn't beaten in the top 15. So she's beaten Chukagian, who's number 2. She's more than likely beating Murphy tonight, who's number 3. Andrade, obviously number 1. She's beaten number 4, Jennifer Maya. Number 5, Cynthia Calvillo is next. So if you're saying if she loses to Andrade, she more than likely will not get the the fight. Joanne Calderwood obviously just lost to Lauren Murphy. Viviane Rujo, maybe, right? So I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to sell anything with her. Um, all right. Somebody deserves the boot, and they got the boot. MD, I was laughing my ass off when you picked against Erod and Jakadze. Once again, you have me rolling on the floor picking against Oros Medic. You come back every week, though, my brother. Appreciate the support regardless. African Volk is just way more well-rounded and active. Ortega is tough and dangerous, but I think Volk is going to make him look stupid. People are putting too much stock in him out, striking a concussed TKZ right there with you. Yep, I agree with you there. Gilberto Castillo, Chev Murphy over and Calvillo Andrade over. If you're talking over 2.5 for Chev Murphy, I agree. And over 2.5 for Calvillo Andrade, I agree as well. MD Roche, the Menace Doctor by stoppage. Again, if he wins by stoppage, I'm happy because my main money is on the fight doesn't go to decision. Freddie Freeballing, Nicholas Lee. Actually, I got the over 2.5 in the Diaz fight and got Nick at plus 110. I don't think any side in that Diaz fight is essentially a good bet. Again, very tough fight to call there, but I do like the over 2.5. Landau saying Volkanovski is the last leg of a multi-event plus 940 parlay a hedge or ride it out. I'm pretty confident in Amir, man. I'd be surprised if he loses tonight. I'm not much of a hedger myself. If anything, I use when I do hedge, I only hedge the risk amount of what my Hail Mary is at. So if I bet $20 on that plus 940, I'm just hedging to cover $20. Pretty much what I'm saying. Pedro S saying I rewatched Cub versus Ortega last night. Ortega about flying triangle. Fuck it. I believe I had Cub in that fight too. Urban Man, New Jersey. How much weed you smoke per UFC event? Not it's a whole. Actually, maybe a lot. Maybe like every 4 or 5 fights, I'll go on and hit another J or something like that. But I also have like a weed pen as well that I kind of hit as well. Zach A, unlucky bets. Lombard not getting the stoppage versus Magny in round 1. I got to go back and rewatch that one. Hedge brother MMA is a crazy game. Yeah. I need money in the Hooker and Nazareth fight. It seems like no way it goes to judges' scorecards. That's what I'm thinking. Nunes versus Shev 3. I would love to see that too. It would just have to get Nunes motivated enough to do it. Dude Main is saying 6 setup you have. Thank you, brother. African also Ortega started getting hit a lot in the 5th round of that KZ fight when KZ put his foot on the gas. Yeah. Jorge Sandoval, do you like Valentina's strikes on prize picks over? It was at 39.5. Yeah, I think that's what I actually put in the George or Jorge. Sorry if I'm butchering the name there, but I believe you're on the Patreon. I did release the Patreon picks and I did have her strikes over at 39.5. Yeah, I do like over in that as well. Okay. I don't know what's with people today, but whatever. Um, Take care, brother. Best of luck tonight. Sprinkle parlay for the viewers. Dawkins inside the distance. Turner Magic fight doesn't go to decision. Hooker Najrat doesn't go to decision. Blades inside the distance. Diaz Lalo over 1.5. Roxanne Santos goes to decision. I like that. Hopefully it works out. Special for MMA. Do you think sidekicks to the knee should be banned? Nope, I do not. Oh, look. Hey, Steve. Thanks for coming by. Bye. Urso, yeah, Bahadur Zada was a very exciting fighter, and he said everybody is great striker, great grappler, but what separates me from them is that I got balls. Yeah, he used to hit so hard too. Man, he had ridiculous power. FRX Bass, do you have any big dog? I don't. I really don't. I'm I am slightly sketched out by Santos. I will say that if Modafari can successfully grapple, she will make it a tough fight night for Santos. But I feel like we've seen improvements from Santos that will, allow her to win and keep the fight in her realm. Any other dogs, man? There's not much that really sticks out to me a lot. I do like the Moraes round one, around plus 1,000, plus 800. So again, but as a straight up underdog, not really looking at that. Patrick G, Omar Morales decision. Yes, I agree. Luck, I got Roxanne, Shamil, Sano, Murphy by sub to finish thoughts. Yeah, good luck. That's all I gotta say. Good luck. Okay, let me run the over under parlay for you guys here, and then I'm gonna get the fuck up on out of here. So for those of you that are around for the totals parlay or around strictly for the totals parlay, here you go. We are going to go with all right, we're gonna go with this is tough. This is actually tough. We're gonna go over 2.5 for Modafari Santos. We're gonna go under 2.5 for Hackprast Hooker, over 2.5 for Marab and Maraish, over 2.5 for Calvillo and Andrade, over 2.5 for Murphy Shevchenko. Ooh, this is tricky. We'll go over 2.5 as well for Pierce and Morales. I don't really want to force any other ones. In the Turner and Medic fight, like I wish the widely available total was 2.5. I would put the under 2.5 in there. If you guys have alternate lines available, I would hit the under 2.5. And I think I'm going to stop it there, man. I don't want to. Again, Ortega Volkanovski could turn violent considering the craziness that we've been seeing happening during fight week. Diaz and Lawler, the widely available line now looks like it's 3.5, which I'm a little bit sketched out about. Rosenstrike and Blades, again, if Blades gets this to the ground ASAP, he could absolutely get Rosenstrike out of there, but I feel as though it's probably going to come out in the second round. Abdurrahimov Dawkins, I can see that going into the second round. Medic Turner could see that going into the second round, which is why I don't want to fuck with the 1.5. Brundage Maximov, I expect to finish some point in the third round, so I don't even want to touch that over under 2.5. And then Samuelsberger and Sano, I think finishes some point in the second round. So I'm gonna stick with just this 6-legger here for you guys. Modaferi Santos over 2.5, Hack Press Hooker under 2.5, Maraish over 2.5. Calvillo Andrade over 2.5, Murphy Shevchenko over 2.5, and Pierce Morales over 2.5. And according to Intertops, the odds on that are plus 1714. So there you go. Fight Day Live Chat Totals Parlay. All right, I'm going to take these last couple questions, then I'm going to get the hell out of here. Dylan R saying, I still can't believe Marab, Dawkins, and Hooker are all on the prelims. You're going to have fun tonight. Yes, I cannot wait. That's how you feel, Mountaineer. I hope Roxanne wins me money as a dog one more time and then retires. Billy Friedrich saying straight chalk parlay, Summersberger, Andrade, Shevchenko, and Volkanovski. I like it. Socrates, appreciate you stopping by. Hayden Shinderman, Turner Medic fight to not go to decision. Yes, I like that a lot. African fellas off to watch boxing. Glorious day of face punching ahead. Appreciate everything, Lock. Let's make some fucking money. Let's go. Let's go. I'm assuming this Joshua and Usyk fight is soon, right? Anybody have the start time on that boxing fight? Tristan Sherhouse, appreciate you stopping by. Standard bloke, long time no see. Is Nick by submission even real life tonight? That would be insane, but it is viable, right? Black belt in jiu-jitsu. If he's able to get the fight to the ground, who knows? But he just doesn't historically do that. Andrew Marchenko, do you think that Medic Turner line gets affected by the records? Turner wasn't 10-5. No way he is an underdog here. If Turner wasn't 10-5, possibly. But again, Medic has been impressive, right? He's been showing up and doing what people expect him to do. And I truly think that Turner is the best 10-5 fighter that's out there. Standard bloke, have you ever had 10K on a straight? No. I think the most I've ever had on one bet is 5 grand. Shevchenko Murphy over 2.5 isn't safe, in my opinion. The other is good to go. There you go. Shevchenko Murphy fight doesn't go to decision safe is on the card. Wow. Have a good one as well. Kairos MMA. I mean, he did that Manon Fiorot fight is off. Yeah, I think that's for October 16th now. I will say, Kairos, if you're a big fan of hers, she might lose that fight. That's a very tough fight. I think she's too big of a favorite, to be honest. Joshua Usyk is supposed to ring walk at 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so less than 2 hours. All right. Thanks, guys. John West, shout out fellow Patreon member there, snagged a booker on Bet Online. Merab Davalishvili decision plus 250 and hedge round 3. Merab. Any cause for concern for Merab round 1? I'd be surprised if he gets him out of there in round 1. I'd honestly be surprised. Who breaks a bone tonight? I think Medic throws leg kicks way too hard. Yeah, I think every pay per view somebody's broken a bone, right? That's crazy. Kairos, I'm amazing. How dare you? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She is a beast though when she's on. John West, I really like Blades rounds 1 and 2 plus 170. Do you think we see round 3? I'd be surprised if we see a round 3, to be honest. But yeah, I like that 1 and 2. Drake MMA, I feel like Marlon might get that first round KO here. Dude, plus 800 on round 1, plus 650 on his KO prop as well. Worth the stab if you think he has any shot in doing so, honestly. I'm almost talking myself into betting him in the first round just for the fuck of it. Also, Turner by submission plus 700, another spot I probably will bet. All right, I'm gonna start to sign off here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I think we peaked at like 120 live viewers. Shout out to everybody for the support, the love. Obviously, if you guys want to support a little bit more, Patreon is obviously the best way to do so. Link is in the description. $5 a month, ton of great content on there for you guys. Not to mention a great Discord community as well. But yeah, good luck on your bets tonight. I am more than likely just going to keep the fight doesn't go, or sorry, lock of the night and dog of the night play, just to the Patreon members and people who actually just watch the live stream. So you guys obviously know. I'll say it once again on the back end here. My lock of the night play is going to be the fight doesn't go to decision for Turner versus Medic. I got it at minus 189, and then my dog of the night play is going to be a very slight dog in the under 2.5 for Hooker and Hack Press at plus 102. All right. Good luck on your bets, guys, and I will see you. Yeah, we're right back at it next week. Hopefully, early next week we'll drop a lockcast for you guys on either Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, take it easy and good luck. Is it stopping?